All right, let's get into this. All right, Stephen A. Y'all, everybody know him. Everybody knows Stephen A, man. Stephen A. Smith finally dropped a jewel, man. I've been waiting for him. I've been waiting for people like Marcellus Wiley, to really, really, nail it down and call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? Because I'm serious, man. Like these guys on ESPN and these, African Americans that have, these massive platforms, it is really, really rare that you hear them talk about the black on black violence that takes place in these communities that they say that they want to stand up for. So I got to give a shout out to him, and I got to share this clip because I want to know what you think. He's finally calling out the gangsters and the villains, the dope boys and the entertainers, and they finally calling it out. The brother even said that, like, we just can't keep pointing the finger at white folks. Okay? And personally, I'm with him. Like, you can't keep pointing the finger at everybody but self. Okay? That's not good. And it's not true. It's not honest. It's never going to generate any real long-lasting change. So I want you to see this. I'm not going to hold this up for sure. I want you to see this one. Oh my goodness, do I want you to see this. Stephen A. Smith finally taking a stand for what's right. And we're going to check it out right here on the Real Greg Kelly Show. I appreciate everybody for being here tonight. I will not and cannot overstate how much I appreciate you taking your time to hang out with me.
I understand that from a historic perspective, from a systemic perspective, white America's hands are not clean. I get all of that. We talked about this with the affirmative action rule last week. We understand that. But in the end, what it comes down to is this: gun control or no gun control. Who the hell's pulling the trigger? And if you're so quick to pull it against one another, how the hell do we possibly have a future? These are our children's lives that are being taken away. Talk about teenagers. Talk about teenagers getting smoked while chilling at a block party. Chilling at a block party. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. And you have to pay attention to the numbers because the numbers are dwindling. And you have to pay attention to the numbers because what's going on in our society. Let me give you another stat because I want you to pay attention. Okay? I want you to pay attention. Because see, when you ain't, because there are black folks dying, but it's a double whammy. Because it's black folks dying at the hands of black people, and when black people are killing you, eventually they're going to get caught. And when they get caught, they're going to contribute to the 1.9 million incarceration rate that presently exists right now. You can lament the history of this country and how systemic racism and prejudice and all of this other stuff played a role in how black folks and crimes were criminalized to such a degree because you know what? It was modern day slavery. Slavery, the eradication of it was supposed to take place in 1865, so they had to come up with a different way to throw us in jail. Yeah. All true. Nothing false about it. But completely irrelevant when it comes to us shooting one another. We need each other. We need each other living. We need each other breathing. We need to uplift one another, to galvanize, to inspire and motivate. We need to make sure that our I's are dotted and our T's are crossed, that our eyes are wide open and we can see the forest from the trees. Not smoke one another and take one another out, and damn sure not be quiet about it. But that's what a lot of people want. You want the Stephen A's of the world to shut the hell up. And I'm not talking about the white community. I'm not talking about the Hispanic community. I'm talking about my own community. Oh, don't say anything. Why are we pointing that out? Why we're talking about it? Because we're dying. That's why. We're killing one another. That's why. You got black people scared to go in their own damn communities. I remember last year watching television and we had black folks in Chicago calling for martial law, calling for the National Guard to come in and help out local law enforcement just so they could go home safe at night. And we supposed to be quiet about that? We ain't supposed to say anything? We just supposed to look at race? We supposed to point the finger at white America like we ain't culpable? That's what we supposed to do? Nah. I'm not doing that. As Snoop Dogg says, I ain't selling out, I'm looking out. We're not helping each other by being quiet and averting ourselves from holding our own selves accountable. Period. And you got right-wing networks and left-wing networks manipulating sound bites, grabbing a hold of it just so they can make their point or buffer their point. Bump all of that. This is about life and death. That's what this is about. This isn't a political issue, veering towards the right or the left. I didn't get into gun control. I didn't get into the Second Amendment and the right to bear arms. I didn't go there. I didn't favor one candidate over the other. I didn't go there. When I speak against Trump, I speak against him, not against Republicans. I speak against him because he doesn't know how to act. I didn't say anything about the right or left. I'm not policy driven and getting into the politics of the situation. When I'm talking about this, I'm a black man. And I'm watching black folks evaporate before our very eyes.